everybody, welcome to the Frost Real Estate Team YouTube channel. Appreciate you coming back. This video series is going to start with if you're a real estate agent. So the goal is to provide insight on ideas, systems, technology, and lead generation topics to help your career moving forward. So let's start with today's video. So today's video is going to cover picking a brokerage and or a team. We have wrote down 5 key points when deciding on a brokerage and or a team that we think is going to help you and help your decision in doing so. All right. So let's start with number one. Number one is the mentorship and training that you're going to receive. This is, I think, the most undervalued thing when agents are deciding on a brokerage or team, which is pretty sad, right? So, and even for me as running a team, you spend a lot of time of your time and effort and training and leadership and meetings and calls and texts with agents, and then some just never feel like that's valuable, even at 9:30, 10 at night. They just believe that's what should happen. Quite honestly, that's not realistic. It doesn't happen that way for most teams and or a broker in charge at a brokerage. So, you know, when you're deciding on a brokerage or a team, that's something you should look at. Number one, who's the leader, right? If it's a broker in charge, when's the last time they have done any real estate activities, and or how available are they going to be for you? That's key, right? Are they 9 to 5? You know, do they normally respond pretty quick in a text or a call? Those things should be important. How much FaceTime are you going to get with them? And I'll be quite honest, if you're a new agent, I truly believe that you should join a team versus just joining a brokerage on your own, right? Later on in these video series, I'm going to go over who should join a team and why, you know, things like that. We're going to talk about teams and individuals, and we're going to cover a lot of topics. But listen, you're going to get way more FaceTime on a team than you will on a brokerage. Brokers in charge have maybe 100 people, maybe 30, 40 in a brokerage. They only have so much time to be able to allocate to each agent for, you know, problem solving, issues, lead generation, drama. There's a lot of drama that goes on in brokerages, okay? They got to recruit. So a lot of that, you know, takes a lot of time, and I don't think their FaceTime is going to be much for you. So remember, go to a brokerage or a team that's going to give you a lot of FaceTime with the leader, right? And again, we're going to go into some other topics within this video that you should also look at that's going to help. But even within those brokerages topics, you should have a lot of things to support you as well, along with the training and the mentorship. So with just the mentorship, it's a key component. The training is a whole nother piece. You know, does the team and or brokerage have a training program, right? A lot of them are going to say they do, but what do they have you do? You know, is it like, here's some PowerPoints, read them. Here's a video, watch it. You know, is there any kind of somebody instructing you, or courses that you go to, or even online courses where you can go and get graded and move on to the next section? So all those are good, but you know, those are things you need to consider. Again, I harp on this one because this one, I believe, is the key to your success, and most agents don't even realize it. And I say that because once you get mentored by an agent and adopt what they've taught you, they've already succeeded. That's why you're joining the brokerage and or the team. So either the team leader or the brokerage is already successful. The things that they're doing has led to their success. They should be teaching you the same things so it leads to your success. However, you've got to do the work. You still have to do the work, okay? And you got to implement what's taught to you. If you don't, it doesn't matter how well you're trained. It's not going to work for you, okay? Always remember this too. You're going to take the good and the bad from every leader and or every leadership team or company. So you still will learn something that you carry on later, bad or good. Okay, so, and when you are taught something, even if you leave that company, even if you leave that team, those things that you were taught always stay with you. And it helps you down the line, right? And or the connections that you make from those teams or brokerages last long after you leave that team or brokerage. So those things are key when you're thinking about, joining a brokerage or a team, the connections and the mentorship and face time, all right? Number 2 key point, tools, opportunities, and systems, okay? So ensure that whatever team or brokerage you're going to has systems and tools to help support the business that you want to establish and ultimately grow into as well. Because what's happened, like for our team, we joined some brokerages and we kind of felt like we ended up being at a stagnant point, that we felt that the company couldn't help us elevate to a different level. So then we went to a different brokerage. And then from that brokerage, they helped us, establish a little bit of different, tools and systems and things that helped elevate our team again. And then EXP came along, and that's who we were with. So, and that's a whole different story and whole different video series is about EXP. So again, systems, opportunities, and tools, okay? So what are you looking for in tools and systems? Does the team or company have a transaction coordinator, right? These are worth every dime of a split. When you start producing, they're worth every dime of whatever split that you may have. I'm telling you. One, you don't have to pay for it. And if you do have to pay for it, it's coming out of something you've already made. Remember that as an agent. If you have to pay a transaction fee, say it's $200, it's coming out of your closing, that the money you've made. You don't have to pay the monthly salary, right, for a transaction coordinator to be on the books. So, having to pay that without making any money is a lot of money for you. Always remember that as an agent. Agents forget that, right? So do they have a transaction coordinator? Do they have a lead generation system, right, to help, push leads to you? Do they have scripts and dialogues and role playing with you to help you develop great phone conversations and objection handling and things like that to get through maybe a listing appointment, right? Do they have a CRM they provide? Okay. All these things are pretty expensive. So if they're already providing it and only taking a split from you when you sell something, it's so well worth it versus paying for it no matter what, right? Okay. What about space, if that's important to you? They have office space, desk space for you. Those are important. What about a transaction coordinating system or a transaction system to manage, like a dot loop, a DocuSign, things like that? Those things, if they're in place, again, are valuable, huge value to you as an agent. Okay, so keep that in mind as well, okay? And also, based on the training, systems, tools, and your hard work, that's going to provide you the opportunities to sell more and to learn and grow, right? If you don't engage in those tools, in those systems, and don't implement what has been taught to you by the training provided, none of it's good anyways, right? None of it's good, right? When I was in the military, if I didn't shoot, right, if I didn't continue and practice my marksmanship, then my, shooting a rifle or a pistol would probably go to crap because I'm not implementing and doing training to help me get through that, right? So if you're not training, if you're not implementing the training, if you're not making your calls, if you're not using the systems that's provided, you're losing all the ability to have opportunities there to close more deals. So remember that, okay? Number 3 piece, the fees. Okay, so what are the fees at that brokerage and or team? Are you paying a monthly fee? So most offices, you're paying a monthly fee, okay? So how much is it? And then you just utilize that to look at how much you're paying a year, okay, for just monthly fees, okay? What about tech fees? Are they charging you for a lead generation system platform? Are they charging you for having a website? Things like that the company provides or the team provides. Are you paying franchise fees? Here's what I'll say on franchise fees. They're a lot of money. Like in the beginning, it may not matter as much because you're just trying to get deals closed. But as time goes, you got to really look at franchise fees from a perspective of what am I getting for the 6 or 8% I'm paying to the franchise? Am I using the franchise's tools to better my business? Or are the tools helping better and grow my business for the 6 to 8% I'm putting in every transaction? Okay. A lot of people are like, hey, I'm at a 70% split. And I say, okay, do you have a franchise fee? Yes, it's 8%. Okay, if you're at a 70% split minus a franchise fee, you're at what? You're at a 62% split for everything you're doing. Okay, so you got to do those numbers and math. Okay, are there any desk fees? So some offices will charge you a desk fee. If you want a desk somewhere, they're going to charge you monthly for that. So those are fees you got to look at, especially when you're, just starting and or you're looking to change a brokerage or join a team or go to a different team or whatever. So those are some of the things as far as fees, okay? Monthly, tech fees, franchise, desk fees, all right? Okay, number 4 key points to consider, right, is commission. And you see I have number 4. It's number 4 because a lot of agents get wrapped up on commission, okay? And really when they do that, they're not looking at a bigger picture. And I'll explain that, okay? So, but commission is a key, obviously, because that's how you get paid, and then you know how much money you're going to make. So number 4, commission. All right, being a new agent and or where you haven't had much success, you haven't closed a lot of deals, this should be probably less priority than, for sure, the mentorship and training, okay? Make sure that you understand something. A lot of people will start on their own because they want more commission. So they may start on their own, they're going to get 70% commission, okay? And they're splitting the 30% with a company. They go to a team, they may get 60% commission. However, the team is going to have more face time for them, more training, systems and tools to only support 5, 6, 7, 8, 15 agents. A company may have 102 agents or 200 agents, right? So those systems are thinner for you as an individual agent. You come to a team, you crunch it down, you have 8 people on a team, you have some lead generation leads, you're going to get more leads. You're going to get more training. You're going to get more face time. You're probably going to have a transaction coordinator, right, for your 8 people. So you get way more in a consolidated piece, okay? Also, although you're going to make less commission split, you're also most likely going to learn more. Your career is going to advance faster, and you're going to close more volume, meaning more units. So I'm very proud to say that everybody that I've brought on my team, when they first came, they either had 0 transactions, 3, 4, 5, or even in one agent, he's $4 million producer. Every one of those agents sold more than they ever did, right? They sold what they did in their last company, and they all improved based on knowledge that not only do they use while they're on the team, but they still use when they leave the team, but they're still in business. Remember that. There's things that you're going to take away from more a team than you will a brokerage. I know I'm biased on it because I run a team, right? And I'm very passionate about my team. But remember, in a sense of the commission, you may make less per transaction, but you're going to make it up on volume of transactions you do. You may do 5, you may came to the team. I had one agent come to the team with 3 deals in almost 2 years, right? He ended up within 3 months was doing like 7 deals. So, that's the difference from joining a team and or a new brokerage that gives you more face time and more ability to help you with all your questions, things like that, right? Okay, so commission's important, but you must look at the big picture, okay? You join a team, you probably will make it up in volume in transactions versus per transaction. Remember that. All right, the last piece to this, key points to consider is number 5, leads, okay? So here's the thing. Leads are only as good as you, right? Some agents are aggressive follow-up, have aggressive follow-up. They implement the systems that are taught to them in order to stay on the follow-up, right? They also use the tools, so like a CRM and things like that, to remind them to reach out to certain people or email or this and that, right? That's going to help them as well convert more leads. Always remember this. Statistically, and you're going to hear different statistics here and there, but 8 to 12 touches it takes to convert a lead. 8 to 12. People think, I'm going to call 2 times. Oh, I don't get nothing. That's what you get. So then the agent always says the leads are bad, right? Doesn't work for them. Then you get somebody in here who's aggressive, calls constantly, follows up, they convert more. It's just about you as an agent as well, okay? These leads that come in that are pay-per-click, the Zillows, things like that, right? They're there to supplement your business. I have never met a top agent, meaning an agent that sold 40 or more houses, that just sold Zillow leads. That's it. Or not sold, but just converted Zillow leads, just converted Boomtown leads, or pay-per-click leads, right? These things are there to supplement your business. You should be calling your SOI, getting listings. There are all these certain things, and we'll go through these on a different video, but all of that is going to feed into your business. But lead generation system is just going to supplement it. So you shouldn't look at that as a main topic. That's why it's number 5, not number 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Number 5, okay? And with those leads, you need to learn the system that they come through to better help you utilize that to convert more leads, stay in touch with more leads. You can't just all of a sudden always just get leads, and then you say, oh, yeah, I got a lead. You call, you text, oh, nobody. No, you've got to learn the system that it comes through, how to utilize that system to better help you convert more leads and get more leads. And the last piece is you need to continuously train yourself on converting leads, role playing, all of that, right? That goes along with the leads that come to you. And like I said, the systems as well, all right? So let's recap the 5 key points when selecting a brokerage or a team. Number 1, mentorship and training. That's number 1. It will last you long after you leave the team, and it will last you whatever market you go to. Okay? Remember that when you pick a mentor as well, by the way. Number 2 is tools, opportunities, and systems. Okay? That's going to help your business. Number 3, what fees do these brokerages or teams have? When do I pay them? Is it monthly? Is it no matter what? Or is it only when I get paid? Because if it's only when you get paid, it's a win for you. Win-win. Okay? Because you still get everything, and you only pay when you sell something. It's great. Okay? Number 4, commission. What's the commission? Obviously, you go into the fees. What's the franchise fee? What are the fees? How much money will I make per transaction, right? But also think about the big picture. Do I think that I'm going to sell more units with this team and or brokerage than I did before? Okay? And the last but not least are leads provided from the brokerage and or team. Again, remember, they're only there to supplement your business. They're not there to make you the top producer. And you need to really get into the system to learn it to better help you convert more leads. All right. I took a lot of time there. Hopefully this video helped you, understand what I think is the 5 main points to consider when you're thinking about joining a brokerage and a team. All right. Till next time, have a great week.